Hi, this is my Random Recipes. I'm Lisa. Welcome to my channel. Today's recipe is actually a 2-day recipe, and it is a no-bake. So, Lisa R., you might actually want to try this one out for yourself. Today's recipe is called Black and White Chocolate Bars. Today's recipe is chocolate, but after reading through the recipe, I realized it's more of a candy bar than cookies. I may have filed this in the wrong section, but here we are, and this is today's recipe. Besides, it's chocolate. How bad can it be? This looks like it's going to be pretty easy to make, and the only reason it needs to be a 2-day recipe is because it needs to be in the refrigerator for about 24 hours. Oh, bummer. If that's the worst thing we have to deal with, I'm okay with that. I have never tried this recipe before, and we might learn why it faded into obscurity. Or it might be wonderful, and we'll be glad that I unearthed it. I guess there's only one way to find out. I would say let's make some cookies, but I don't think this is actually a cookie recipe. So instead, I'll just say, let's get to work. Now I'm going to do the vast majority of the work over at the stove, so I'll meet you over there. And while we're here at the stove, first thing we're going to do is we're going to toast some nuts. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can do them in the oven at 350. I'm going to use my saute pan, so it's just right on the top of the stove so I can keep an eye on things. First of all, turn this so you can see what I'm doing. This is my saute pan. Yes, I know it doesn't have a handle. It works just fine. One advantage of not having a handle is if I need to, I can use it in the oven. We're going to start this off kind of low-ish. I'm not sure exactly how long this is going to take. It's a half a cup of chopped nuts. This is pecans. That's generally my go-to. This is the first thing we're going to do. Just going to kind of keep an eye on this. Once it goes pretty quickly. See, it doesn't need a big old oven just for this little bit. It's a little bit tedious, but it's not really complicated. You can put a little bit of oil in your pan if you want to. It'll make the nuts a little bit crispier, and it will change the flavor a bit. Today I decided to go with a dry pan. Once they start to turn, once they brown a little bit, they're going to do it very quickly. You can tell by the smell too. You can use whatever kind of nuts you like. If you like peanuts, go with peanuts. If you want pecans, use pecans. Almonds will be fine. If you have any allergies or something that you have to make accommodations for, I think we're going to call that good. All right, so I'm going to put those aside. I need to get some water going. I'll be doing a couple of double boilers. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to melt a 1/4 cup of shortening into 3/4 cup of evaporated milk. That's what this is. It's 3/4 cup of evaporated milk. And while that's starting to heat up, I'm going to move over here just a bit. Make sure you can see. I have a little kitchen scale. We need 1 pound of chocolate chips. So first we're going to set our tare to accommodate for a bowl. And we want 1 pound of chocolate chips. This bag is 12 ounces. And we need a little bit more. 16 ounces altogether. Here we go. These are going to go into this bowl here. We're going to put those on our other double boiler. We have one more measurement we need to do. We're going to do 1 pound of white chocolate chips. We are right at 1 pound. And then these are going to go into this bowl. We'll come back over here to the milk and the shortening. And keep that right up above that. Check on this guy. We want to melt the shortening, but we don't want to scorch the milk. We're going to do the semi-sweet chocolate first. And then we'll come back to the white chocolate in a few minutes. I think I'm going to pause my camera and I'll start it up again where the shortening melts. My shortening hasn't melted yet, but my water has come to a boil under my chocolate chips. You can see how the chocolate chips are melting down. I might want to switch a couple boilers so I can get the shortening melted. Let's swap. Shortening is just about melted. Yep, it's melted. Take that off the heat. I think I'll put these on there. The semi-sweets are just about there. We're supposed to put half of the shortening milk mixture into each bowl of melted chocolate. I think I actually want to measure that so I get at least somewhat even. Okay. So I'll stir that in. I'm going to take that off the heat. I'll move this one up to the front. Turn off the back heat. I want to stir the semi-sweet so it's smooth. There you go. Sort of kind of see it. Okay, we're just about there. I'm supposed to pour this into an 8x8 baking dish. Well, I have a 9x9. Okay, we want to do this before it thickens up completely. Okay, this is thickening up quickly. Maybe I need a little bit more heat just for a minute. I'm supposed to spread that out nice and smooth. And parchment is not staying put. You know what? I'm going to do something bold here. Sometimes you just got to pivot, right? All right, it's not very smooth. I'll leave it on there for just another minute. Help thin it down just a hair more. Oops, sorry. You can't see. My bad. Put this on top of my bubble boiler for a minute because it was getting so thick so quickly that I couldn't spread it. Now it's thinned out enough where I can spread it out smoothly-ish. And I'm going to put this into the fridge. Now we're going to put our white chocolate chips over the top of our double boiler. Once these are melted, then we will add in the rest of the milk and shortening. All right, so we're going to put our milk in. We want this nice and smooth. It looks pretty good. We're going to add our nuts and a teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm going to turn the heat off the water, the double boiler for now. We're going to give the dark chocolate a chance to thicken up, and then we'll pour this on top of the semi-sweet. Okay, that looks good, but I do want to have some heat so it stays liquidy. I'm going to pause my camera. I'll be back in a few minutes. I've kept this on a low heat just to kind of keep it liquidy. The nuts are in there, the vanilla's in there. I'm going to turn the heat off now. This is our chocolate. It's been in the fridge for a good 5 or 6 minutes, not real long, but now we're going to pour this right over that. So semi-sweet isn't exactly even. It's kind of bumpy and lumpy, but it'll be okay. As long as it tastes good, that's all that matters, right? Smooth that out just a bit. It is as it's going to be. It goes in the fridge for 24 hours. We'll be back tomorrow and we'll do the taste test. Talk to you later. Bye. I am back. It's been a day. The treat has been sitting in the refrigerator for almost 24 hours. This is the original recipe. It's from a magazine clipping. The copyright date of this is for 1994. So this recipe is at least 32 years old. The instructions for this recipe say to line my pan with plastic wrap. Well, I wanted to try the sling method. I've seen this used by other people. I've never used it before. I'll lift this up. This is the sling method. We're using binder clips to hold parchment paper in place. So one piece under, one piece this way. So that way it holds. I can hopefully lift it out all in one piece. So I'm going to turn this down so you get to watch me try to get this out of the pan all in one piece. Take off my binder clips and try and just lift it all out. Maybe. I think it's gonna work. Yay. Peel away the paper. The white chocolate seems really soft. And this is the side view of it. See if I can peel away the paper completely so I can cut it. I have a spectator here. Maybe she's inspecting my work. This is the final product. This is the side view. And if I remember correctly, my semi-sweet chocolate was bumpier than the white. So we're going to go ahead and try to give this a... There we go. That worked. A little plate. This will be my sample. Here we go. It's good. It's chocolate. White chocolate did not get solidified. It's still pretty soft. I can see using this at a dinner of hors d'oeuvres and using this for the dessert because it's finger food. I don't think it would travel well because of the white chocolate still being soft. And this is something you'd maybe put out little bites for our guests. It's good. I mean, it's chocolate. How bad can it be? I'm glad I've gotten to make a recipe with chocolate in it. It has been a while since I've made anything with chocolate in it. I've been kind of missing it. Lately, I've been carrying a bag of cookies with me wherever I go so I can share my cookies with other people. One, it makes me very popular, but number two, it keeps me from eating all my cookies. Seeing as how this recipe must be kept refrigerated, I don't see that I'll be sharing this recipe with people this week. Oh, bummer. Next time I'll be trying something very different. I've been waiting quite a while to try this one out. Come back next time and you'll get to see me do an experiment. I will include the ingredients and the preparation for the black and white chocolate bars in the description below. If you have any questions or other feedback from me, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments. I really do love hearing from you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. It helps my channel to continue to grow. Thank you for joining me on my adventure as I explore the great big wide world of cookies. In this case, chocolate bars. See you next time. Bye!